this is how I put my sleeve together. So this is just a standard sleeve shape for, I suppose for a flight suit, for a boiler suit. So because the Mandalorian sleeve has 2 layers to it, short sleeve over a long sleeve, I have made a short sleeve piece here as well. So the tops match up, you know, distance wise, you know, they're the same from this corner to this corner, it's the same distance, but at the bottom here I've made this one, that's about an inch wider, because when we put the sleeve together I want it to wrap round. I don't want it to be tight, because if the top sleeve is the same size as the bottom sleeve, it'll squeeze the bottom sleeve too much and it'll make it all bunch. So this gives a little bit of a gap, so that it kind of sits nice and neat. So I need to mark out all the stitch lines that go on this section. So that's my centre line marked in, and these 2 lines are the placement lines for the strips that are going to be stitched on there and there. And then we will mark in the stitch lines. So this is just a bit of plastic I made out. It's just cut to 2 centimeters wide, just because that's the distance I made mine. I don't know what the official sort of dimensions are, but 2 centimeters kind of looks good. Now. Okay, so that's those marked in. This is just tailor's chalk, so I'll just pretty much come off with aggressive erasing. So do all the top stitching on this one, and then stitch on the bottom cuff, and then once that's all in place, put this back on place of the bottom sleeve, and the other stitch lines that are on the bottom sleeve, so around about the elbow, start at the bottom of this top sleeve cuff. So I will do all the top stitching on that and put it in place, and then mark out all the bottom sleeve stitch lines. Okay, so that's the all the top stitching done and the cuff put on for the top sleeve. So I just need to mark up on the bottom long sleeve where all the stitch lines are. So as I said earlier, the long sleeve stitch lines start on the same line as this cuff, so it's a fairly easy way to get the first one in. The spacing, I went with 3 centimeter spacing. Luckily this is 3 centimeters wide. So just mark them all in. Now there's 4 sort of strips, well, or 5 lines. Now the sort of zigzag piece at the back of the sleeve, I had it worked out at, from the bottom one, from the back sort of seam line, I had it in, I think it was 13 centimeters, so to there, and then at 90 degrees. So, and then I think it was, yeah, 3 centimeters between them. So just marking these out takes a while. Make sure that all the lines cross and that they're all approximately the same distance apart. Sometimes they're a little bit off. Try not to worry about that. Cool. So we just need to put those stitch lines in, then we can put the top sleeve onto the long sleeve. Okay, so that is the top stitching done. And that is how our sleeve will be positioned. Now I just need to stitch these two sleeves together. I need to stitch them along these seam lines here on both of them, and then once they're stitched together, this will get inserted sort of inside this, and then we'll stitch that onto the main body of the suit. Usually when I'm making a boiler suit or a jacket, I will put the sleeve onto the body first before doing the two side seams, because then I can just run a stitch line all the way up the side seam and all the way into the side seam of the body of the jacket, which kind of makes it a little bit easier to fit that onto the main body. But because we've got a double sleeve, I can't do that. I need to make the two pieces, or the whole sleeve, like as two separate bits, so one fits inside the other, and then set that inside the body. Cool, all done. That's the sleeve finished. So you can see it's got a bit of a gap between the top sleeve. Still got to put the cuff on it, but you get the idea. All done. So just need to make the other one now and put the body together.